Oh my God, your poor dad.
I'm already going to be mean enough today.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Why?
Not about you. Don't worry.
No, I was like,
Housewives things.
I'm like, please don't be mean because
you couldn't handle it
I'm
today.
mentally
I can
hanging.
see how fragile you are.
No, I'm literally going to cry at any second.
No, I know.
I almost cried on the way here because it took so long to get here. I was like, why is it taking so long?
No,
The traffic is bad.
There was no traffic. It was just like,
wait. Can
being
you
in my
start real
car.
quick?
Welcome
I
back.
want to get this.
yeah.
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth parent sister.
If you could choose your sisters, would you?
Choose you guys.
I would choose you
that
guys
the question?
every day.
You would?
Not all day, every day, but every day.
A part of every day.
It depends on the day.
By day.
But yeah, I'm hanging on by a little tiny thread.
No, I was saying you are fragile today.
I am.
Like,
You could tell.
Yeah, honestly, Bailey and I both, don't get mad.
What?
Both were like laughing because like you kept pushing back the time, which was fine. But
Yeah.
what really sent us when you said I had to print something for Nick, we died. We're like,
I knew you guys were gonna be like
Because
laughing at that, but my printer was being so annoying. Like I actually was going to be on time, and then Nick was like, "Can you print this thing?" And I was like, oh, "Okay, like print." And then it just took 10 minutes, and I was like, "Fuck."
it was just so funny. I had to print something.
But also, like anything that I do today is like honestly inconveniencing me. Like getting out of bed is
no,
inconvenience.
hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah, baby, that's a
Nice.
Celsius ASMR.
Paige was talking to her work friends about like what would be a minor inconvenience that you would wish on your worst enemy.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so
Wait, let's
good.
talk. So, okay, I'll tell you while you're thinking some of the ones that we talked
Okay.
about. You know, when you get a hair stuck in your bra or your shirt, but you can never find it.
Yeah.
So it's always there. One of my coworkers said every time you get in the car, you always drop your phone in the crack. Like
That's so good.
I had a good one. What was it?
Bailey said every time you go to the gas station to get gas, you have to go pay inside.
That is so good. That would like honestly make me cry.
I
today.
had to do that the other day, and I was like, this is the most annoying thing that just back in the day they had to do. I
know.
guess.
You know what's so crazy? Mom and Dad used to give me a $20 bill to fill up my tank, and I would fill up my tank with the $20 bill and be able to get snacks and drinks.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Back in my
Inflation.
day. I know, inflation's crazy.
Inflation.
Inflation. Speaking of inflation, I've been doing this series because like this, so, you know, we're heading into some, you know, turbulent times. Not to get political. I can't do that today. I'm just too sensitive.
Too fragile.
But people were like, okay, millennials, do you have any hacks on how you saved money in 2008? Because like, you know, help Gen Z out, whatever. And so I've been doing this series like, oh, these are things we did to save money. Like that weren't even like by choice. It's just how we lived our lives. Like, you know, they told us to basically not eat like, you know, at all anything.
Yeah.
So like we were just naturally starving ourselves, and it wasn't like an economic indicator. It was just like our decisions. But it's so funny to like think back to that time, because it was like like when you say it, it sounds like such a simple time, you know?
What are some of the things?
So I was talking about how like we didn't go out to eat the way people
Yeah.
go out to eat. Like we did not like go out to dinner and then go to a lounge. Like we strictly pre-gamed, and we would just like chug as much alcohol into our little bodies as we possibly could. Our goal was to almost black out before we
Yeah.
got to the bars. So then by the time you go to the bars, like you're not really spending a lot of money. And even then, like the drinks were like $1.
Yeah, dollar dose.
Yeah. Like
I love dollar dose.
we had quarter beer night. You could get fucked up off of $2.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Like whoever, like, and you would feel like such a baller on quarter beer night. You're like, I got like a 24 pack for all of us.
Yeah.
And they would literally just have like packs of beer. There was other things like we didn't travel like people do now. Like, and if we traveled, we were going to really like not desirable locations like Panama City Beach, Florida, Del Padre Island.
Always driving.
Always driving. Yeah. Like we did not go on planes. So yeah, that was like a fun series. Oh, and then I did one about weddings, and that really triggers people. Like I love talking about weddings on TikTok because it's an immediate engagement boost, because like people are so like brides act like they're these like this minority group that
Yeah.
like is being so like we have to protect the brides. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're getting married. You're not like this is a choice. This isn't like you're some forgotten group of people. Like people are like, wow, you sound mad. Wow.
Well, don't you know I'm divorced?
Yeah, I'm like, well, I am divorced, okay?
Can you think of any of those minor inconveniences you would wish on an enemy?
I really can't. Like my brain is not in that
Like
kind
I
of.
thought of one. Every time you want to buy something online, you have to re-put your credit card in.
Oh yeah.
That
Was that one? Oh, typing in your password
One of
every
mine
time.
was everything you have to redo your, you have to re-sign in. So like every time you want to watch Netflix, Peacock, you want to listen to
Oh my
Spotify, you have to like
God.
enter in your username and password for
On the
everything.
remote?
Like I would read.
If anything's gonna get you back on your reading game, it would be that.
It would be that.
I can't think of anything, but that's such a fun game to play.
That
I
is a
know
fun game.
you'll if you just say it, like you'll just start thinking of things.
Yeah.
One that I said, I was like, every time you order a steak, it's well done. And my coworker said, now he's like, that's not a minor inconvenience. That's
No.
that is a nightmare.
Yeah, that is a nightmare.
It's just so funny.
That is really funny. That's a good one. How about you guys tell us your favorite minor inconveniences?
Can't wait to hear.
I got fresh Botox, and I don't know about you, but like when my Botox first settles in, my eyes get so like low. Like my eyebrows are so low. I look so ugly. I can't.
Okay, it's so interesting you say that. I have been like begging my dermatologist to like go lower, and she has refused because of that. She was like, the one of the main things that she hears when she goes like too low is that people feel like the droop.
Yeah.
And I was like, please, because I have this, because I have,
lady.
I have this scar from when I hit my head on the window of the car accident, and it's a scar that goes into a wrinkle, so it's like an extra wrinkle. And so she was looking at it, she's like, okay, but if you feel the droop, like we can like do something else, whatever. And so honestly, I didn't feel the droop and I really like it, but that is something that I was finally aware of.
And they also did it around my eyes, so it's just like I feel like paralyzed.
You are.
Interesting.
Literally.
I haven't done it around like here.
Yeah. I also did this thing called I forget what it's called.
Cool.
It's this thing that like boosts collagen. Like it helps you create collagen in your face. And I did it like around my temple and right here and then in my jaw. I also did the neck Botox, the one that the girl gaslit you about.
Okay, but that when you got it the first time, and that's the reason why I went to get it the second time, like I saw it on you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I want this. And but I didn't see a
Oh my
difference
God,
on
my
me.
neck is so much skinnier. I have a fat ass neck though.
And I was like
Like a
I want
fat
to.
little neck.
I was like, why don't I see those same
What
results?
are you guys have fat necks?
I have a fat neck. I feel like. Remember when my lymph nodes exploded?
Yes.
I cannot handle
That was the
that.
scariest thing. I like woke up and I couldn't move.
That
my
would
neck.
happen only to you.
And I like knocked on Paige's door and I was like, Paige,
and you looked like
something's
a
wrong.
bullfrog.
And she was like, what? I was like, I'm gonna turn on your light, and it was insane.
Bailey didn't have a neck. Her shoulders went into her head. It was she
It was
really
so
did.
scary looking.
You did look like a bullfrog, like when they're.
A
And
bullfrog.
it was
Bullfrog.
during COVID, so I was wearing a mask when I went to the like urgent care, and the guy was like examining me, whatever, and I was like, "Well, can I just take off my mask and show you?" And I took off my mask, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, goo." So scary. I feel like they never went back to all the way normal though.
No, it was okay.
They like calcified.
It was so scary and so funny at the same time because I was like, oh no, like I went to the doctor with you because it was serious, like it was a
Yeah.
big
It
deal,
was
but
so bad.
it happened overnight, and I was like, if it happened overnight like this, like something's bad, like
Yeah.
so I need to be here. But also it was funny. It was just like shockingly funny.
Yeah, that was bad.
shockingly funny.
I'm
It
glad.
was shocking.
And I think you have gone back to normal, so
Yeah,
It's just age.
just age.
It's just
Gosh, that
age.
was
You're
crazy.
30. It's crazy. You're so old. It's
I know,
So
so
nuts. Yeah.
So I have officially watched all of Salt Lake.
You have? What do you think?
Okay, I am. Like, who is still friends at this point? I don't know. Like they're
Yeah.
always fighting. I think their lives are so chaotic. But the thing that I have to say is, I do like Mary now.
Right?
And it's,
oh my God, I forgot because last week you were like, I have no idea how I'm going to
last week I could not imagine a world. I was like, what would have to happen for me to like Miriam Cosby?
Right. And then this season happened.
And then the season happened. And obviously most of it, but because a lot of it was
The son.
But
Yeah.
even taking him and his addiction out of it, like, I do wish we did not talk about her church. And I think that it's because, I mean, they were doing renovations and everything with her church this season. But like, we just kind of got to know her a little better. And she said that she felt like she was able to be a little more like authentic and comfortable because she felt like she actually had a friend with Angie K. But like, she was the comic relief. Like, she has
She's
such
so
funny little one-liners. And then the way that she was with Robert Jr. with his addiction, like, was just so real.
Yeah.
And like, and really nice to see because like, from what I know about Mary, like, I would not know what her reaction would be to him.
Yeah.
Bailey, he like on camera, like, told her like literally any drug you can think of, he's done it. He loves Xanax and he wanted to mix it with every single thing that he could. And he's just like rattling off all of these different drugs, and Mary's just like taking it in. And she's like, I would never judge you. Like, I feel she was taking on the burden. And when he said, oh my God, I could like cry right now thinking about it. When he said, because he was suicidal, and he said, I felt like a stain.
Oh, I was so sad.
I was really, really emotional. But I can't even imagine going through all of that. But then, so she was kind of like off and on, I would say, the season, and she got him into a rehab, and then she met the girls in Mexico, and I was like, whoa, we should have just stayed. Like, it was crazy in Mexico.
I know,
like,
Mexico is so crazy. Yeah, I feel like they just showed a more well-rounded version of Mary versus like this just extreme like character of her. And it was like, I liked her relationship with Angie K a lot. I thought they were really cute. I thought she was so funny. Like, remember at the
I like your
ropes
nails,
course?
by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I was showing the camera. When they were at the ropes course, she was being so fucking funny. She was like, are they gonna do you remember what she said? She was like, if we fall, is that just it? They're like, no, you're strapped in.
Was that also the when she goes, oh wait, no, okay, what I will also say about this group of girls, like women, I love that they do so many activities. Like, they're always like skiing, snowmobiling, like zip lining,
See, I could do without that.
Honestly, like, it's just fun. It's fun to see them like do that. One of the things that they did was like, Scary Mary's like, why am I wearing white? And it's like, she's gonna get dirty. It's just she's funny.
When Melee or whatever was up on the rope, she's like, is that Melee? And they were like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I thought she was much thinner. She said the funniest shit.
The other thing is like, because she would always make comments about Heather when Heather was bigger.
Yeah.
And now she's like making so many comments about Heather being smaller.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, you look thinner again. Like, and she's like, you look good, but you look really thin. And Heather's like, okay, get me the most like caloric drink out there because Mary thinks I'm too skinny now. And it's just like, she really focuses on everyone's weight. And it's like
so funny.
She just like has no filter. Here's the thing. So I haven't liked Angie K since she was brought on. Okay.
Yeah.
I've had a really, 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 really hard time with Angie K. There were very, very brief moments when sometimes something would happen. I'd be like, okay, maybe I'm a little too hard on her.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, I'm not. But Brittany.
Oh my God, Brittany.
Brittany took the cake. Brittany is now, I like Angie K more than Brittany, you know? And Brittany is in this, I'm just going to be mean. I don't know how else to say it because like there is so much, it was so hard to watch somebody be so desperate and pathetic. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it was crazy.
I like that you're trying to find the words.
I can't find
how
other
could I
words.
say this?
I can't find other words. Like, it was just like so Bailey.
Brittany's like 5 years old. Like the way she acts is
But
so
keep in mind,
insane.
she's like 45.
Yeah.
And she has
I
two.
think I saw her, right? She was the one that was dating.
Yes. Body
Yes,
count.
Jared
Okay.
Osman.
Yeah.
She has 2 daughters that she doesn't have a relationship with, which they barely got into all of that,
Yeah.
but like I can understand for like the other women, like Bronwyn, she said something along the lines of, that's a red flag. Like there's
Yeah.
something there, you know?
Right.
And Brittany had said like, oh, well, it's because like I either chose or choose men over like those the relationships with my daughters. And it's like, okay, that's something you need to work on, whatever. What I thought was, I'm going to be going back and forth like season finale, whatever. She actually genuinely blames Bronwyn. Bronwyn met her for the first time, like on this series. She blames Bronwyn for 3 months of the girls not talking to her.
No, that was like cuckoo bananas.
And Bronwyn's like, I just met you. You
Yeah.
have not had and Andy Cohen's even like, when casting was talking to you, you were the one that's saying, I don't have a relationship with my daughters. Like, you did not know Bronwyn.
Yeah.
Like, also, I don't like Bronwyn, but that was crazy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was just so weird. And Brittany, they're in this Sprinter van, and they're all fighting. They're fighting back and forth, and Brittany takes out her phone and she starts recording. Okay,
It was so
she starts
crazy.
recording like this, and she's recording the back of a seat, and she's like, "Oh," and Angie K's behind her, and she goes, Brittany, why the fuck are you recording us? And then all hell breaks loose, and she makes 4 different stories. She's like, oh, I was trying to go like this and send to Olivia because she passed her math test, or I was saving it for later. She makes up all these
she
excuses.
couldn't keep her story straight.
And it's like, why are you recording these fights?
And also, like, be discreet. It's not that hard. Like,
It was just like so crazy, and there's nothing, you know what? I'm eating my words that I thought there was nothing that anyone could do, that Mary could do to make me like her. But like, I really don't think there's anything that Brittany could make me do to make me like her. You know what I mean?
Have you seen her Instagram?
No.
Oh my God. She sings all the time on her Instagram. She's like, honestly, like kind of crazy.
That
like
is-
mentally unwell.
But it's also so strange because she seemed the most confused that like everything that was filmed on camera was going to be like put on the show, because she drinks on the show, she wears like, you know, sexy outfits on the show, she like talks about like dating several guys at the same time like on the show. And yet like Angie K came over to her house one time and like brought a bottle of wine, but there was like other church members there, and she's like, how dare you bring a bottle of wine? And Angie's like, because I'm coming to your house for the first time and like you like wine and this is like a gift. And she's like, this is a church thing, like these are church ladies, they don't know that I drink. And someone was like, well, what are you gonna do when they watch this? And she like, the look on her face was like, oh shit, like I did. And it's like, what?
She's like not smart.
It was like really hard for her to be on the scene, and everything I thought I had a favorite part in Angie K being like, you're oh crap, what did I say? Like the
High body count hair.
the high body count
Yeah.
hair, high body count dress, high body count boobs, high body count heels. Like I thought that was my favorite. In the season finale, at the very, 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 very end, Andy's like, you know, let's end this on a high note. Instead of saying what you hate about somebody, let's say something nice. Brittany's backstage, because she only came out there for like a brief moment. She goes, I should be out there. I know. I was so embarrassed for her. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I love this show.
Yeah.
I love this show so much, and now it's over.
I know. I'm so jealous you got to binge it though.
No, I've been binging it.
And you don't like Bronwyn.
I don't like Bronwyn. And you know, here's the thing, that I didn't like Bronwyn, but I kind of was, I appreciated her messiness, I guess.
Yeah.
Until this whole like Todd cheated.
Yeah.
And then
she
all
like
of a
totally
sudden,
backtracked it.
well, but it's like she was so mad that Lisa and Meredith weren't like, fuck you, Todd. Like, Todd's a piece of shit, whatever. They were like, oh my gosh, this is news to me kind of thing. They kind of had like no reaction. It was just like, this is shocking.
Yeah.
And then she backtracked. She's like, well, it was an emotional affair, but actually I wouldn't even say it was an emotional affair. It actually like wasn't an affair.
So it's like, then why'd you say that?
So why did you say it, and why did you get so mad at Lisa for not Lisa and Meredith for not having your back on the boat?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
But she didn't have a good answer for that.
She didn't.
It was like so weird. And then also the jewelry, she didn't have a good answer for that either.
All she said was, I'm gonna have to talk to Emma after this. And I was like,
yeah, but it's
what
like
about the jewelry?
So
remember?
Yeah. The $4 million
necklace
thing. So,
and the $1.6 million
Lisa
earrings.
said that the jeweler said that they never bought it. And like Bronwyn didn't have a good comeback for that. Cause she was like also not saying that she did buy it. She was just
said she bought. What she said was that she had them make a smaller version of the necklace. And she got these like hoop earrings that we didn't see. And so Andy was like, so you did buy? And she said, yes, I bought a necklace and the hoop earrings. And Lisa said, well, that's weird because, and then she even gave Andy her phone to like read the messages between this jeweler and Lisa. And it's
why
like,
was Lisa messaging the jeweler?
Because she's friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the
Lisa's
jeweler,
friends with everyone.
Okay.
Lisa knows everybody everywhere.
No, like literally. When I was in Park City, every single place I was at, people are like, I know Lisa Barlow. That's,
I believe it.
I would ask like, oh, do you know any of the housewives or like the mom talk people? And they were like, oh, I know Lisa Barlow. Everyone. Our fishing guide for the boys, they knew Lisa Barlow. The chef that came to the house knew Lisa Barlow. Everyone in town knows Lisa Barlow.
That's fun.
The thing that I was also, I really didn't like about season 5 is like, I've really enjoyed like not liking Whitney. Like she's like a little pest that's like, oh, you're always there and I always like don't like you.
Yeah.
But there's like a love for like,
You love Whitney?
it's like,
She loves to hate Whitney.
yeah, I love to like be annoyed with Whitney.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't hate Whitney. I just like, she was annoying to me.
She's
so annoying.
But like this
Worst.
season, she was like, she took it to another level. And I
Of
like,
annoyance?
of like,
Loser?
yeah.
She's such a loser. When she really knows how to spoil a good moment and
Yeah.
like really turn it around. Like the number one thing she did on the trip, the first thing was when she was like, oh, I'm Lisa Barlow. And like, I have tags on my clothes because I'm going to return it. And like, you know, that's just going to bring the mood down. Like they were all having fun. They were all enjoying it. And it's never like a worthy cause that she's fighting for. It's like always like, why are you like going so backwards? It like makes it look like you're just trying to rile Lisa up for like attention.
Yeah.
And to be on the show. And then when she said that thing at the dinner, she knew that was going to activate Lisa. Like when you talk about Lisa's husband and like inferring that they had like a threesome or whatever, like it was, she's like, no, I want to bury it. I want to, what was it? What were they saying?
She wanted to burn it.
I want to burn it. Wait, no, Lisa, I want to burn it. Do you hear me? I want to burn it.
Well, and okay, so let's talk about
That's how
that
she talks.
because then Bronwyn got really upset. She was like, they talked about my husband. However, like the only thing that they said about her husband, I don't know why I'm about to laugh because it's not funny, is that okay, I'm sorry, is that he has like 1 foot like in the grave.
Yeah.
And which is like,
That text message was actually so crazy.
no, that text message was so insane, Bailey. And these women, like, so it's like if Jade was talking shit about me, then I would have to.
If I can find it.
Then I would have to read the text, like Jade's text message. So it's like I'm holding it and I'm like, you know, reading what Jade's saying.
So it's like meme tweets, but meme texts.
And like it was like
That
so.
sounds like a really toxic idea. Why did they do that?
Well, because Heather was like, we all made fun of Monica for bringing out this burn book, but like we are all so nasty and mean to each other. We talk shit about each other. We're always trying to expose each other. Like we basically have burn books, maybe not the ones in Mean Girls, but like on our phones. Like we're always talking shit. So like, let's get it out in the open now. Like let's say the meanest thing that we've said about somebody at this table, make them read it. And then we're dropping it. Like we're burning it. And and some of these things, some of them were so crazy. And then some of them were like, you're lying. And that is not the meanest thing that you have in your phone.
That's funny.
But so it was, did you find it? Mm-mm. Okay.
I'm going to throw up.
Oh.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. Not really.
Okay. But so all of the girls.
Oh, wait, here's something she said. Bronwyn seems nice. I like her business plan. Marrying a guy who has 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel. But I like mine better. I'd rather be self-made. She's nice, but she doesn't listen because her ears are stitched down to her face so tight she can't hear anything. She wears a hot dog outfit to remind us who sucked her way to the top.
No, it was like so insane. She read that about herself out loud. Like that was...
Can you imagine? Like, I don't want to know if you're talking about me like that. Like, I actually don't want to know.
Well, and the thing is, Bronwyn took it. She goes, okay.
She took it so well.
She was like, you know what? Burned. Like, yeah. And I was like,
like, there's really nothing else to say about that except for like, okay.
Like, that was so crazy. But that was that whole message was fucked up. But the only thing that was said about Todd is that, you know, that's a dig at their age gap, right?
1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel.
That's
a burn.
I don't kind of get the banana peel thing.
Like, it's like 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot, he's going to just like fall into it.
Okay. But
okay. Visualization.
I get it.
Heard.
But then none of the other girls talked about like husbands, kids. It was like, you're annoying, you're ugly, like whatever.
So, but then they're choosing the text that they're letting the other people read. So then Whitney is like, okay, Lisa, read this. And it's like, I was out the other night. And it was like, not like a mean text about Lisa. It's literally her gossiping about Lisa. It was like, I was out the other night and this girl said that
this girl said, if me and Justin ever want to spice up our bedroom life, then we can invite her as a third. You can ask Lisa and John as a reference because she's made out with Lisa while jerking John off. Like,
and Lisa, literally, I'm surprised she didn't flip the table.
No, here's the thing that really pissed me off. When so Lisa reads that and she's like, what the actual fuck? And Whitney goes, well, she's like, I actually don't believe that. So it's like, why is that the text you chose? She's like, no, Lisa, what I'm saying is I don't believe that, but I just want to burn that. And it's like, why? No one knew about, like, no, we didn't need to, but Lisa was so fucking wrong because then Lisa was pissed. Lisa was hurt. So what Lisa does is she says, you know what? I don't want to be the only one feeling this way. So I'm going to fucking bring Angie K down with me. And then so it's Whitney who comes at Lisa, and then Lisa looks at Angie and says, oh yeah, well I heard that Sean does circle jerks with other guys. How does that feel? And she's like, I was saying that because it's like, this is crazy, like why are you bringing husbands into it? And Angie's like taking stray bullets, and it's just like
she got astray.
And it's like, why didn't you say that about Justin?
Yeah. Lisa just unleashed like the bazooka and she was just firing like whatever.
The way production came in so fast with Angie K that they thought she was going to jump across the table. Like production came in so fast and all Angie did was like throw this little flower. But like they knew, they could just see the rage between Lisa and Angie. Production came in so fast and literally pulled Angie away. And I was like, Angie's gonna
like
kill
small.
her. But she's feisty. Sorry. Anyways, I'm just like so obsessed with this franchise.
I know, it's so good. I'm so glad you like it.
Wait, let me make sure that I was taking a couple notes. Oh, okay. The Bronwyn. Yep.
And when they were at the reunion and like the husbands came in and Sean was like, I'm never going to live this down. It was so funny.
Okay. Also,
like everyone in town thinks he's like flaming homosexual.
Well, and the thing that, you know, it's just, I don't know how I feel about that because like I do think that they're handling it like well to where they're like, we don't care about the gayness of it all. We care about the infidelity of it all. And it's like, I respect that argument, but like you do care about the gayness of it all. You know
obviously.
What I mean?
Also, Meredith, I thought Meredith was kind of wrong a lot this season. Like I wasn't really on her side.
No, Meredith has been wrong a lot for like a lot of seasons.
Yeah, she's kind of,
but
I still like her.
No, let me tell you the time that she was.
You can leave.
No, she does scare me though. Like I am afraid of her
because like she is not like she's not working out of like any sort of like what's the word, Bailey?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Like she's not working in like facts. Like she's working in like
Which is crazy as a lawyer.
No, but she works on partial facts.
Yeah.
Like
She wants to end somewhere. She knows what she wants the outcome to be, so she has to make the facts fit her.
yes.
So she got hearing aids.
Hearing aids.
Wait, she got hearing aids, and so Angie K knows, like, we all know that she has these hearing aids, but Angie K's in like a fight with Bronwyn, and they're going at it, and then she goes, why don't you use Meredith's hearing aids and like turn them all the way up so you can hear me when I say blah blah blah, whatever,
which was so funny.
and then Meredith's response is, you're making fun of me for an impairment, for a disability, like, and it's like, whoa, that was crazy that you took that and went there, you know what I mean? Because like that, like, she wasn't saying, haha, like, Meredith, you can't hear shit, like, turn up your hearing aids, like, no, she's just like, borrow her hearing aids, turn them up so you can hear what I'm like.
Yeah.
And then Meredith, she talked about that at least 5 other times.
Yeah.
And I was like,
breakfast at Tiffany's.
It literally wasn't about you.
The breakfast at Tiffany's lunch was so funny. Meredith's hair, her things were so bad. They were literally,
and everyone was talking about it.
And she didn't care.
Well, she does. But like, you also know that she knows that she really has to pick her battles, because like, I think looking back, she's like, whoa, there's so many things I was so weird for, like getting mad at Angie for the hearing aid comment. Like, I need to not be mad at all of these women for making fun of my weird little bangs.
Why are her bangs like
so
this?
bad? And like Bronwyn's were really good.
No, Bronwyn's were like
she
cute.
looked just like Audrey Hepburn.
It was just so, and they were the bangs even made it into the reunion.
They did.
They made it into the reunion, and because they were like, "Oh, Meredith, how do you feel about?" Which was fucked up, because they were like, Meredith, how do you feel about Mary talking shit about your bangs? But it's like every single person was talking shit about Meredith's bangs, and she goes, well, I would rather someone talk shit about my bangs than like my character or disability or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
God, it's just, you know what? I didn't know that her son lives in Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
The oldest one?
No, Brooks.
Brooks does not live in Austin. He lives in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just talking, well, maybe I'm not going to say her name, but I was just like, my friend was literally yesterday, she was like, oh yeah, like my friend sees him all the time. And I was like, I wasn't even talking about
not Brooks.
The other one.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because Brooks is on a show based in
okay, but that's what she said too. She was like, but isn't he on a new show in New York? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, because I was talking about somebody else, a real person in my life.
Interesting.
I know.
What are you going to watch next?
I have no idea.
You've watched Southern Charm, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You've watched Summer House. You've watched Vanderpump Rules.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to go into another housewife franchise.
He's having a dream. So cute.
I think you should do Jersey.
I think we should do Jersey.
That's what you said last time.
Yeah.
And I think I'm down.
Because like, what do you like about the housewives? Like, what entices you to watch?
Honestly, the thing that like I think what's so entertaining to me is that these women say some of the meanest things to each other.
It's like so unrelatable. That's why, because I don't put anything in writing. I would never have a mean text. If I was going to say something mean, I would say it out loud.
Yeah.
And then like also be scared that someone would hear it.
Forget it, write it, regret it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and it's
but they're just so unhinged that it doesn't.
And because like they always say like, they're always like, be accountable, take accountability, as if like that just makes it go away.
Yeah, like I said that he had 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on the banana peel, and I'm accountable for that. It's like
oh, what? I said it. Yeah,
it's crazy. And honestly, like when I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, yeah, just fucking Brittany, just say you were recording them. Like that's all these ladies need, is just like for you to admit the truth, and then they're honestly going to be fine with you. Yeah. And that's what's so crazy, because like I'm like, this is wild. I wouldn't be able to be on a show like that, because like I would never forget it. I would never forgive.
You would also, I think you could do it because you could say mean shit.
No, I could say the mean shit, but then I would only last like a season because they'd be like, we can't have you back.
Yeah, you would not go on a trip with the people that you're mad at. You couldn't do it.
Oh, I would.
I could go on as long as I had at least like one or two like
Allies.
yeah.
You need ally.
As long as I have one or two people on my side, but it's like, but what I wouldn't be able to do is like I could do a brief little like good morning, but like I would not be able to like.
It would
have
it
their
would bubble
moments.
over. Like you could not just like sit there and just be cordial with somebody.
There
that
is
you
no
fucking
clean
hate.
slate. You have to have a clean slate like every episode, every like trip you go on.
I think I'm the most equipped to be in those
100%.
situations, but like I wish I had your mean things that you can say because you are crazy.
I know.
Like you can say, like you can really cut someone down to size. Like I'm bitchy, like I have like an attitude, but you don't have an attitude. You have words.
And you also don't have a scaled, like it's not like a measured response to what like any, like it could be a small problem, it could be a big problem, but it's probably going to have the same reaction.
Yeah.
Which would be like really fun to watch.
No, that's
I think it would be bad for your mental health though.
No,
Yeah.
I think like every fight would like really take a toll on you.
It would put you,
No, or
it would
even
put one
worse,
foot in the grave for you.
or even worse, it like wouldn't have an effect on me, and I'd just be like, I won, bitch. Like,
No, but I feel like it does like stress you out to have fights, but like you won't give up.
Yeah.
That's the difference between like it stresses me out to have fights, so like, I just won't do it.
Yeah.
Same.
You will do it, and like Bailey said, there's no measured
no,
response.
because the problem with me is like whenever the person I'm fighting with, like they're like, okay, I'm just gonna go to my bed. I'd be like, nope, and I'd walk in their door and I'd be like, we're gonna keep having this conversation until you can see why the fuck I'm mad, and it's over.
Also, if you had to go on trips, like that's where you lose your mind the most.
No, literally,
Traveling, Jesus,
me traveling.
nightmare.
And having to be filmed.
That
And
would be
fighting with a bunch of people.
crazy.
Oh my god, I would pay money to see that. Honestly, that's
No,
why I
that would
couldn't
be-
fly with you.
That would be funny.
Oh, that's really funny. Okay, well, let us know if you start Jersey because that's
Okay.
the first few seasons are a ride.
Yeah. I want to watch Jersey, but I don't, because Paige watches it without me, and I don't want you to watch Jersey without me.
Okay, I can do two things at once. I'll find something else to watch.
Yeah, like you could start New York.
I'm also still
Because I don't care about New York.
I also am still trying to finish Southern Hospitality, but I think I'm like on the last season.
I'm not so into it.
I can get into it once I start it, but it's not.
I don't
as-
like anyone on that show.
I think I'm just like so interested. But what's the girl's name that I'm?
Emmy?
Emmy, like she's like kind of fucking
She's so
crazy,
weird.
and I like kind of need to see like how things end with her.
Yeah, I think I like Maddie, but she's like always in the wrong.
No, Maddie's always in the wrong.
Yeah, but like I like looking at her. She's like the most interesting to look at. I do like Grace Lynn or whatever.
Yeah, Grace Lily.
Grace Lily. Yeah. Grace.
Wavy baby.
Like it's like she's a character for sure.
She was made for reality TV.
Yeah. I like her. I'm really excited to hear your thoughts on Jersey. Like it's so good, especially the first few seasons. Also New York, the first few seasons are good. I think you'll really hate Ramona. Like I love Ramona because she's so out of touch, but like I think she'll really bother you. But I like it.
Well, I mean, there are people that like that I could never be friends with personally that I do like to watch on TV.
Yeah.
But
It's time for me to do a New York rewatch. I haven't done one in a while. I've recently done a New Jersey rewatch and it was really exciting. I'm also rewatching Southern Charm. I told you guys that. And that's that.
I loved the beginning seasons of Southern Charm.
Yeah.
I didn't. They stressed me out.
Why? Oh, because Catherine?
Yeah. It was
Catherine's
just like really
crazy.
sad and like it's like too dark.
She is a dark energy.
No, I think that's
And,
what I liked.
Hugh Travis.
I
Ravenel.
Thomas?
Thomas and Catherine were so scary.
They were
Like,
scary.
It's like
They-
really dark.
No,
Yeah.
they are so dark. Like everything was so. I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. Like, like they were they do scare me. Like
I know.
but it was like watching something that it's like, no, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it.
That's why I liked
That's
it.
why I liked it.
That's why you're like so Bravo now.
I am so Bravo now.
It's crazy.
We're also watching Survivor, and it's a really good season.
No, it is a
Yes.
really good season.
Sobbing.
Do you want to know
Sobbing.
why I made a connection earlier this week? Like why I think we like Survivor?
Why?
Because,
Because we'd be so good at it.
well, I don't think I would be good at like the social game,
Yeah.
but because we were like more like Nick kids than Disney kids, and Nick had all of the games like Legends of the Hidden Temple, and
I
like
hated those games.
I loved.
You did? I
Yes.
hated it. I was like, these are boy shows. I want the good shows.
Well, I was like, that's why we like Survivor, I think.
That makes sense.
But it is such a good season, so you guys should. I think there's only like 7 episodes so far.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really
I probably
good.
won't watch that.
I know.
I'm not like a Survivor girl. Speaking of Survivor, Mike White, did you guys watch White Lotus?
Yeah.
I didn't
Finale?
watch it.
You didn't?
No.
Have you watched White Lotus at all?
I definitely watched one season. I probably watched the other one too.
So you haven't watched this current season?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Can
wow.
we talk about it?
Yeah, can we talk about it?
Just like, don't spoil it.
No, we're
What do you
going
mean?
to.
We have to.
So, like we have to.
Okay.
So guys, spoiler alert if you are watching and you haven't seen the finale, because we are going to talk about it.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I was really disappointed.
I thought it was like too obvious.
The thing that really made me, first of all, here's what made me mad. When I watched it, and then it's like, oh, I'm unsatisfied by the ending, and then all of the people who are so artsy and everything, they're like, you're supposed to be unsatisfied. That's the whole point. And it's like, okay, but the thing is like the whole Rick and Chelsea thing, it's like that was obvious, and it's
Yeah.
like that was the only storyline that had like an ending really.
Yeah.
But like what I wanted at least Patrick Schwarzenegger to be like, Dad, what did you do? Or like, you know, the boat's like approaching, you know, the dock or whatever, and you see like police lights or something, like just see something, because it's like the whole time we're supposed to be like what is this dad gonna do? Is he gonna like annihilate the family? Is like what's gonna happen? No one knows, blah blah blah, whatever. And then it's just like, whatever happens, we can get through it as a family. Done. Like that was crazy. Why did the kid die just to come back?
Yeah, I thought that was very strange. It didn't bother me not like getting the Ratliff's story wrapped up, because I kind of liked that we didn't know. That's very Mike White. Like once you leave the White Lotus, that's when you go back to your real life, you know? And like I kind of liked that storyline. But all the other deaths have been like so unexpected and like kind of funny and like random. Like it's like when he killed off Jennifer Coolidge, that was so random. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my God, she fell off the boat. Like it wasn't even like a gunshot, poisoning, like something like treacherous. It was like her just like being clumsy, like she's been with everything else in her life.
Yeah.
And so I liked that. But like the Rick and Chelsea thing, it like made too much sense for them to be the ones to die, because it was like, okay, Chelsea, like she should be the one that doesn't die.
She was my
so
favorite
she should
character.
die.
Yeah.
Right. So then it just made too much sense that they died. But like it was also clear, like there were so many signs, like all the like little like foreshadowing things. I just wish they would have had somebody else like accidentally die, like in a funny way.
How did you feel about the ending of the 3 friends?
I thought that was like very relatable. It's like she found peace in their friendship, and I liked her. I thought the monologue was like a little too much for me.
You know what's funny? I've noticed that when I get a really different response if I talk to guys about that scene and girls about that scene. Every time I've talked to a girl about it, one of the first things they say is how like real or relatable that is.
Yeah.
And the guy, like when I talk to the guys, it's like, oh, like it almost seems like they view it as like such a more impactful or like this like big thing that happened. And I was like, actually kind of nothing happened. Like their dynamic isn't going to change.
Yeah.
Their dynamic, like this trio has been in this cycle of a friendship their entire lives, their entire childhood. they've been like, they start off in a really good place as best friends. One of them fucks with the other one, they get all catty and like pissed off, and then they cry, and then they like come back together, and then it's a cycle, and every girl knows that, like, and because also the thing that was so real is, so that she has like, one of the girls has this monologue where all she basically says is like, I realize how sad I am. Yeah. She's like, I'm so sad. Like, you're so beautiful. You have a beautiful family. And like, they take those as genuine compliments. Yeah. Which is like,
she's like, I'm glad you have a beautiful face and I'm glad you have a beautiful life. And they're like, thanks.
They're like, oh my God, I do have a beautiful face. Yeah. And it's just like, I liked that scene because I was like, obviously I wanted her to like grow the balls to be like, you're a shitty friend and you're a shitty friend and we're shitty friends to each other. Like, I wanted it to be like that, but that's too much of a bow wrapped up. Like, this was so real where it's like, this is enough of a ending for our friendship in this moment.
Yeah. I didn't also like Guy Talk killing Rick. And then becoming the security guard or her bodyguard. I was like, okay, that's like a little too perfect. It's just like, what I like about White Lotus is like, it doesn't ever get wrapped up because like shit doesn't get wrapped up on vacation, you know, like it's like you were here for a moment in time. Also, we were talking last night at dinner about it, and somebody made a good point. Like, in the past, it's been like very focused on the hotel. It was like the staff and then the rich people. But then now it was just like only focused on the rich people and like not enough on the staff, like interacting.
Yeah, there was only like one staff member really, the guy that like hooked up with Belinda, and like they wanted to do like the
which I thought that was poetic, her leaving, and now she's Jennifer Coolidge. Like, now you understand why she is like left the hotel. I don't know. I thought it was really good though. I was super invested in all the characters. I liked all the characters this time.
I was I think I was just so invested in the family because there were so many times it's like, the dad has the gun. Okay, he chooses not to kill him. Like, oh, he gets the C2. Okay, like, there was so much like.
I thought that was weird when he gave all the family members the pina coladas.
I thought it was weird that the kid didn't rinse out the blender.
I know,
like, that's disgusting.
I know, but he's kind of disgusting.
I know, and like everyone's like, oh well, he's a child, and I'm like, I don't care. Like,
no, he was a weirdo. He literally jerked his brother off.
Okay, let's talk about that, because like, what I didn't like, well, besides that, I didn't like how, which Saxon. He's like, hey, that was fucked up, like, don't do that. And he's like, what, I'm just a people pleaser? And he's like, he didn't, you know what I mean? Like,
you're like not an alien, like, you know that's bad.
I just feel like the older brother's like, okay, like, we're gonna only say this like one time, like, don't fucking do that. Like, this was so weird. Like,
he's like, what, crazy. You like getting off and I'm a people pleaser.
He's like, I wanted you to feel included. I was like,
you're disgusting,
please. And then he was about to die. I was like, oh, weird. And then he comes back. I was like, and no one knew. Like, it was so weird.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where they're gonna go next season. Somebody said Africa safari would be so cool. Like they just opened 4 seasons in Africa too, so it makes sense.
That would be really cool.
So cool.
What else?
Did you guys see that girl on TikTok, the au pair who left Italy?
Okay. I saw, I didn't watch her whole TikTok,
Paige,
but I saw,
you need to watch it.
I saw her saying like come with me to sneak out of like my host family. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's what I saw.
No, no, I did the same thing because I was like, nobody cares. And then I started getting on like the drama side of it.
Okay,
and
what's happening?
Okay, so what had happened is like this girl went to Milan. She like came there as an au pair. She was there for like maybe 4 days. And then she snuck out and like she made this video of like sneaking out of the au pairs or my host family's house. And she's like, oh, I was so scared. I'm so glad I'm out of there. Kind of like insinuating she was in this grave danger. Like, why else would you have to sneak out of the house at like while everyone was asleep, you know? So then everyone's like, oh my God, this is crazy. It gets 20 million views, the video's over a minute. I don't think she was in the creator fund though, but I'm like, oh my God. Cause she had 1,000 followers. Now she has like 70,000, but like, can you imagine like making that much money? Like she would make like at least $5,000 off of that, like at the very least. Anyways, so everyone's like, oh my God, story time, story time. So then she proceeds to make this like 8-part story time that was so slow. And then you just kind of learn that this girl is kind of like,
She's the problem.
yes. And she's like a weak ass bitch who like doesn't like to work, doesn't know how to like she's like a baby. And like she's so like it's gonna drive you nuts listening to this story because it's, first of all, it's so long. Second of all, she's like, yeah, so the woman, like things were just not adding up. Like she said she was gonna go to work and then come home, but she kept getting home at like 8:30, and there was just like red flags going off there. And she was like, and then she kind of like came home, and I was reading my Kindle while the host child was playing, and she kind of raised her voice at me and said I need to pay attention more. I'm like, well, you were reading your Kindle and you're supposed to be working. Like, the fuck do you think she's gonna do? And the dad was in the kitchen making dinner and like cleaning up after everyone. So it's like, yeah, that's like not the best. After you've worked all day, you're coming home late. And she was like, yeah, so like that was weird. And she's like, then she like had me go to the grocery store with the host dad, and he like didn't speak any English. And so like I was having to like translate, and it was so hard to like get through the grocery store and translate like with Google Translate. And it's like, what did you expect? And then like the mom kept like getting annoyed with her, and she's like, I just like couldn't like stick up for myself. And finally I was like, I'm gonna stick up for myself and say like, I'm going to bed. Like, and it was just stuff like that where I'm like, you're just like kind of very naive and like very immature. Like you are not the type of person that can handle living in a foreign country like that.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because everyone is just ripping her to shreds in the comments. And she's like, okay, you guys are like really mean. And I'm like, like you were asking for this.
Well, but she didn't know what to expect because
She didn't know she had to work.
I don't think she knows what being a babysitter is.
No, literally. No, you have to watch the videos though. She's like such a weak soul.
Well, also on TikTok that blew up in like a good way was like the group chat.
Oh my God, the group chat's so good.
It's so good. Do you know about the group chat? Nope. It's one girl.
Our sister lives under a rock.
I know. It's literally one girl. She like orchestrated, like she created like all of these different characters, but it's like her and her girlfriends like in a group chat.
Yeah,
like
but she's
planning
playing
a dinner.
She's playing like a bunch of different roles. So like she's like, oh my gosh, like did you see the group chat? And then she's her friend, and she's like, oh my God, yeah, let me look. And then
they're like, hold on, like let's call Alyssa and be like, Alyssa, like you have to respond to this. And
yeah,
it's like, and then like the response, oh my God, I love her. Like it honestly is just, it was so good, and it was so relatable, because like it all started with like this one girl like wanted to invite her boyfriend to their dinner, and then they find out a bunch of stuff. Anyways, it's not even real, but
it's not even real, but I wish it was. Yeah.
I know.
Oh wait, I went to Two Step In again last week, and we saw Nelly, and it kind of sucked. It wasn't like, it was kind of like a little tease, a dick tease, you know. Yeah, it wasn't as good. Like he wasn't really singing, and he would like cut off the songs like halfway through.
Oh, that's weird.
I know. And we went to Bartlett's for dinner. Have you guys ever been to Bartlett's?
No.
It's like really good. You should go.
What is it?
It's like adult Chili's kind of. It's like a Hillstone kind of vibe. You know, like Houston's. You know who Houston's? Houston's.
I don't know Hillstone.
A Hillstone restaurant group.
Oh, Hillstone Restaurant Group.
Like Houston's is a part of Hillstone Restaurant Group.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
Bailey, what's been going on with you? Anything to say?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. I'm thinking. Jesus, nothing comes to mind at all. I'm still really excited to go to the Redwoods though.
Okay, cool. What I think is funny is Mom called us the other day after she listened to our episode, and she called Bailey, and she's like, "Oh, so when are you going to the Redwoods?" Like, Mom learned about this trip from the podcast.
Yeah, that's so standard with Bailey.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like Bailey though. I kind of don't tell Mom anything.
She'll find out through Paige or through the podcast.
No, Paige is like the keeper of all of our secrets, but not even
literally
the keeper.
is. But
like she's
the communicator of all of our secrets.
Exactly. Like we all tell Paige everything, and then she tells everyone everything.
Yeah.
Because like you guys don't like to have those conversations, and I'm really good at it.
It's just too much conversation is too much for me.
Okay.
You
Well-
guys, I'm holding on by a thread. Like
Okay,
I
well,
can't do
let's-
this any longer.
Bailey, how about you wrap it up so our poor sister can go to
Oh.
bed?
Okay, well, thank you guys for listening. Jade needs to go take a nap. You can send us an email at yourpoordad@gmail.com. I would love to read anything you want to say to me. You could rate, review, subscribe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. And that's it. Leave me a review. You could do a 5-star review and put what your minor inconvenience is.
Oh yeah, do that.
That'd be great.
Or you could like email it or DM us. I think those would be funny to hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.